Right, welcome back to another video on Whizbit's Random Gaming. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, give us a like, share this video, give us a sub. Be much appreciated as we're building the channel. And just before I go to bed tonight, I'm going to fire up a classic. One that I used to play with all my friends back in the school days. And I remember, quite unusually, this one was in a barber's. A barber's that had 4 or 5 arcade machines. This was back in the 90s. It was a strange time. So yep, today we are playing probably the best wrestling game arcade wise of all time. And that is WWF, not EF, Wrestlefest. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to fire this up, have a couple of goes. I'm going to try first to win the Royal Rumble. I'm going to give myself 3 credits. If I can't do it with 3 credits, then I'll just be eliminated. Who should I choose? Let's go for the $1 Million Man. One that I don't usually use. We all used to use the Warrior. A couple of my friends used to use Hulk Hogan. I used to use Crush quite a lot actually. I used to like his spinning backbreaker. So yeah, I'm going to give this a go. 3 credits, trying to win the Rumble. And then have a quick shot at trying to get to the tag team titles. And not a great start. Warriors pummeling me there. And look, already I'm constipated. Now this came at a time when WWF was probably at its peak, you know, in and around Europe anyway. It was absolutely huge. You would have had to have grown up in the early 90s to have known just how big it was at that time. It was only shown on Sky Television, and Sky TV really in those days was not the norm. It was a luxurious item, so it relied on a lot of us having to borrow tapes off people just to watch things like even Wrestling Challenge, you know, let alone the pay-per-views. And back then there was only 4 per year, and you didn't have to pay for them in England. They was part of your subscription. And this is, you know, an amazing arcade game. You could literally spend hours on this one, just carelessly rather, bashing the buttons away. Warrior is literally kicking the crap out of me. Oh mate, not the gorilla press. And you know what? It's actually quite scary when you look at the roster of this game. How many of these wrestlers are actually dead? Ah, oh, not a great start. Not a great start. I had energy. Yes, thank God for that. Oh no, actually, I just jumped and used my credit. So yeah, that's 1 counted, gone. But yeah, if you look at the roster, it's crazy. Bossman's dead. Crush is dead. Warrior's dead. Mr. Perfect's dead. Amazingly, that guy on the way in, Jake the Snake, after all the troubles he's had, is still alive. Earthquake, that's another one. He's passed away. Nope, Jake didn't last long. He must have been hitting the pipe before he got in the ring tonight. No, I didn't want to do that. So if you haven't played this game before, it's quite simple. 2 buttons. You know, it's the mash, the grapple. Oh. If you're going to get hit with a drop kick, it might as well be Mr. Perfect's one. Earthquake, get out of the way. No, you've got to love the clothesline. And one of the main attractions with this game, even though it was from a huge franchise, it was wildly popular at the time of release. I mean, look at the graphics. The graphics are huge. You know, they're chunky, colourful, very... although they're cartoonish, it's still got that sense of realism compared to other wrestling games that was around out at this time. It was impossible for you to stay away from this game if you walked into an arcade. You know, when you think of the previous games we'd had before that, you know, the main event, which shamelessly ripped off loads of games, and WWE Superstars, sorry, WWF Superstars, another great game, but this one is basically that same game but on like steroids. Oh, here we go. Come on. Oh. Oh, and that's it. That's my 3 credits. So, unable to win the Rumble there. Got rid of one person, I think, didn't I? Yep. Terrible. So, bottom of the pile. Alright, let's see if I have any more luck trying the Saturday night main event mode. Right, let's go left field. Let's get a very strange tag team on the go here. This is Jake and Earthquake before Earthquake killed Damien. For those that know. Right, so Sergeant Slaughter and the Warrior. Yeah, this is a very strange tag team when you think about it. Both teams, members, feuded and had big massive grudges. Those old school fans will know Slaughter came in and took the title from the Warrior in was it 1990? Yeah, the 1990 Royal Rumble. With help, thanks to the old Macho King, or yeah, he was the king then, wasn't he? He had the scepter. One of the best things Warrior ever did, the way he sold that blow that night. I mean, we all loved Warrior, but once you wise up, you realise he wasn't that good, was he? Now, as much as I love this game, and I'll say it's fairly realistic compared to other titles around that time, bang! Gotta love the DDT. I never see Jake do no gut-wrench suplex in my life. Yep, match 1. Look at that. Friends again. But yeah, the DDT, like, Jake was the only one permitted to use that back in the day, and it was that finisher, you know. We all used to do that to each other in the playgrounds, and don't do this at home, kids. We learnt the hard way. But yeah, Jake's finisher was like, you know, no one could get up from that. I think, was The Undertaker the first person to get up from it? And even when he hit it on The Undertaker, I think I remember thinking, well, you know, as much as this guy is impervious to pain, he might not get up from the old DDT. Now everyone uses a DDT, you know, it's a run-of-the-mill move. Now this would have been a good feud back in the day. Perfect and Jake Roberts. Don't think it ever happened. Can you believe Earthquake, I think, was in his mid-20s to early 20s when he was in WWE. He passed away in his mid-30s. Even in like 1988 or early 89 when he first joined the WWE as a plant for Dino Bravo, possibly the worst wrestler ever, in a push-up challenge. You know, yeah, I think he was in his early 20s, but he looked like a 40-year-old man even then. Anyway, got to have some love for old John Tensor, the Earthquake. I remember seeing him do a drop kick once on a jobber on Wrestling Challenge or one of them type shows, and literally was amazed. And a DDT again. Nope. Now, I don't know. I've played this for years, although for a long time I haven't. Yeah, he's finished now. I don't know. Can you drag someone away so that they don't get to be able to break up the pin? I've never seen that. Don't think you can. 2 more matches. Let's see how we get on. So we've got Hulk Hogan and the $1 Million Man. Yeah, they're definitely playing games here. All the teams I'm facing literally hate each other. I've never ever seen these two like each other. $1 Million Man and Hulk Hogan. Strangely, as much as these two feuded with each other in the late 80s, they never had a one-on-one pay-per-view. Would definitely have been a good match. I mean, Hogan would have played his part. We all know what he does. But $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase was just, he was a fantastic talent, wasn't he? You know? Probably didn't get a chance to show it off enough in the gimmick-heavy WWF of that period. But he was really, really good. Also, like on this steel cage, you see the traditional WWF blue steel bars. You know, it was very specific. They had their own cage. Oh my God. Quite low on energy here. Hogan, what are you doing on the top rope? It's not Japan. Ah, here comes the leg drop of doom. Oh, God. Yep, it's all over. Back down the rankings. Right. Well, anyway, like I said, I just wanted to fire this one up quickly. It's an absolute classic. If you haven't ever played this, unfortunately, it never got a port. And probably never will. They've done a terrible updated version in the mid-2000s or something. It was awful with the new characters in and around that time. It's gone, thank God. But yeah, if you haven't sourced this one, hit it up on MAME. It's absolutely fantastic. Much nostalgia here. It's a game I'll always love, no matter how many times I play it. Until next time, guys, you take care, and I'll see you on the next one.